Hello, how are we doing today? Hey, pop culture. Welcome one, welcome all to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet where we get together and talk about the things that help us escape. Woo, boy, I have watched some shows today. I gotta catch up to Serrano somehow. And I had a big chunk of time where I didn't have to do anything, and I sat down and I just started watching shows. And you might be surprised about what show I decided to watch more of than another, unless you are tied into my Twitter feed, which you know, maybe you should be, maybe you shouldn't be. Actually, I don't even know if it's actively updating my my Annie list on Twitter right now. How odd. Is it connected still? Are you connected? In your settings? We tear. Yeah, it says it's connected. Your last 5 updates every 5 minutes. Okay, never mind. All right, well, whatever. All right, we're using the Kobe cup because Kobe cup is cool cup, has a lid that fits it. Same sake, shochiku bai tokubetsu. You all know the drill by now. I, however, forgot to chill it, so it's gonna be room temperature in a room of 80. So that is what we are dealing with. Let's get the live now tweets out. The live now announcement. That's really what we should call it. Boom. Live now. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Live now. Farts and Mappa. Tweet. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's get started with some anime reviews here. League of Nations, Air Force Aviation, Magic Band, Luminous Witches. Congratulations, you are now going to be the first dropped anime of the season. I think that the I don't even know what I think about any of this. I think Strike Witches as a concept is kind of fun, kind of interesting. Instead of airplanes, we're talking about like witches. They're witches, but instead of brooms, they have power legs and they merge with their familiar. Like, it's kind of an interesting story concept. But when you take that interesting story concept and then you tell me, all right, what if we take them and they just sing? It's a music show now. And it's like not really that good of music either. You're like, oh, okay. And you know what show does this well? Where it's like battle time, they're like fighters, but then they're also doing music and everything and plays and that kind of thing is Sakura. The heck is it called? Sakura robot anime. What the hell is that called? Sakura Wars. That's what it's called. Sakura Wars. Sakura Wars, the animation. It has a video game attached to it as well, where you've got a review, a troupe, a acting group that also sings and does performance. And then they also pilot little mech robots to fight back against things. And so you have this sort of action and thing. It's what I hope that Prima Doll will sort of become. But Luminous Witches is saying, you've seen the one where we fight. How about the one where we sing badly? Would you like to see this one? And I say, no, I shall not see it. I shan't. Says Michael DeLucia III. Welcome to chat. It is a Waifu Wednesday, so I expect you to be here. Kampai, everyone. First drop of the season. Congratulations. Ooh, probably. Here we go. You ready? So that was first drop of the season. Ooh. text is second drop of the season. Extreme Hearts, the extreme sports anime, where they wear shoes that make them kick extreme, and gloves that make them throw extreme. And when they play a game, they bring in AI to help fill out the field, and it's literally robots that are all the same-ish robot. Like, we're all here to help play, and they fill out the field with it, and then they're like playing soccer, but they're extreme soccer, so they're kicking the ball hard. And then all of a sudden, the people that are in, like, the friends that are in the crowd are just on the field, and you're like, wait, I've played sports or watched sports or etc. sports in my life. You don't just have a surprise sub. Like, that's not how any of these, oh, get out there, we can get, you don't just swap players on the field without somebody noticing or knowing. Like, that's not how it goes. So for being weird and kind of hard to follow, Extreme Hearts, you're getting the drop. Oh, I need a sound effect. I have the soundboard. I need to load up some effects so that I can have a you've been dropped kind of a sound effect going. Literally, your only complaint with the show was the subbing in that episode. Are you talking about Iruma-kun or Extreme Hearts? Because Extreme Hearts is extremely disappointing, so I can't believe that you would think that that show is going somewhere pleasant. And if you do, have you seen any other sports anime? Harukana Receive. Really, anything. Come on. Give me something else. Oh, the characters being subbed in for the robots? Yeah, it was like, how? What? Wait. Literal seconds ago, they were in the crowd. What? Time doesn't make sense here. Also, it's called offsides when you kick the ball that far forward in a soccer match. So also not great there either. What I did end up sort of plowing through 3 episodes, just sort of head down and kept watching it. Uraware Rumono, The Mask of Truth. I remembered watching the prequel to this show. It's the prequel, Uraware Rumono, The False Faces. And I was like, this is kind of an interesting show. And then it had the whole like the twist of these kind of shows. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. You guys knew what you were doing. I'm down for it. And now we're in a post-twist world, and I'm like, oh, okay. So now we're gonna take the lessons we learned and the things that we had, and we're gonna march forth and do battle. It's very Slimy Isekai, if you've seen that, has a very similar idea of like, number 1 is let's get everything together, and then number 2 is let's go do something about it, right? Definitely Mask of Truth, Uraware Rumono is very good. This is the show of the girls drinking tea. No, it's the show where everyone is a beast folk. It's sort of like, here, I'll show. I don't know if I can show anything specific. Well, let me try Google. See if I can just do some Google images. Maybe that'll pop it out there. It's definitely like, it's a video game. So everything that you search for will come up with the video game. Let's see. Support your favorite YouTuber by hitting that like button. Thank you for reminding everyone of what they need to do. Quick check on the imagery here. Okay, yeah, should be good. So we have this guy wearing a mask. He's sort of our main character, protagonist Kun. It starts with a what happened last time. Because he's got like a group of people, and like everybody has the little ears. Some people have tails. Some people have other types of tails. And it's sort of just like a weird world that he sort of awakens to, where he's like, what's going on? And then there's like Oni as well. We have our Rem Ram combo, and then our little little doggy boy who's super happy good. There's a giant bird that is controlled with a flute, you know, all that kind of stuff going on. I never said monster girls. Never said monster girls. I said like beast folk, beastkin. You know. They have a reason. These are like birdkin. These are more dogkin, catkin things, and then this is something, I don't know what that one is. Not all of it makes sense, and it's not really important. It's not really a show about what these people are. It's more a political thriller kind of a thing. Beast folk got you excited. I specifically did not use the term monster girl to not get you excited. So in the future, that'll be our little code word. If I say beast folk, it means ears and a tail, but not necessarily cat girls. If it isn't 50% plus furry, exactly. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. But I do like the show because it is one of those where like you have action, you have this sort of political intrigue, and they bounce off each other very well. It can go from a scene where we're fighting with swords and spears and arrows to a scene where I have convinced everyone on the court that you're the bad person, and so now everybody's on my side. Does very good. Does very good to balance that well and make it exciting. Doesn't need to be furry. Yeah, it could be scaly or anthropody. What do you call the shell-y? Like, what do you call the skin of a spider girl in this context? Slimy. Sounds like Danganronpa. Yeah, I mean, I would equate it more to a Gundam without the mechs, which, you know, yeah, Danganronpa, or if it's Danganronpa, then it's Danganronpa with bows and arrows instead of cell phones. There's a number of ways you could qualify this show, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit, and if you know anything about Japanese history, it becomes a very obvious very quickly what's going on when you watch the first one, the False Faces. Yeah, so I burned through 3 of those. So as you can see, I'm about that show. I'm about it. And that is everything that I watched. Make sure those got into the drop bin. Now, if I look at the summer 2022 bin, does it tell me if it's a dropped one? No, gosh, I wish on AniList, when you clicked like a folder of things, it would tell you that something had been dropped. Yo, Rosie, what are you doing? Instead of just showing you all of, like, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. On AniList, when I click into the summer 2022 list, I wish it would show me the drops and the watchings of summer 2022, but because watching and dropped are their own categories, I don't think it'll do that. Progress, planning, current. Oh, it will show status if I look at it that way, but then that's not the pretty way to look at things, though. I want to look at it in the pretty way. And I want to have all the drops like together. So probably what I'll do, here's what I'll do. I'll give it a score of 0, say, and then I can sort by square. Oh, but then I'm gonna need to give scores to thing now. Dang it. Literally click a different format, but that's not this format. I want this one. I want big image and just have all of the watching, planning, and dropped separated. No, having a hard night, that's not good. You just want to go to sleep? Well, don't, as much as, here you go. Blah, 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 blah. There. Little floppy hair to hopefully cheer you up a little bit. Talk about the Girls in Tea show. I've still only seen one episode. I quite enjoy it though. If it's what you're talking about, Prima Doll, I like Prima Doll. Is that what you're referencing? We're talking about the maid you hired recently as mysterious. Or we were talking about Smile of the Ars Notoria with the girls having a tea party. Is that the one you're talking about? It's not Prima Doll. I'm guessing it's Smile of the Ars Notoria, the animation. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, so I can't talk about it. Can't even spell it. It's Ars Notoria. The animation. Oh, silly. Oh my goodness. You can't even spell it Arnstoria. No one can spell this anime right. Maybe that's the problem with the show. They got too complicated with the title, so they couldn't make a good show in the end. It was watchable for you? Well, obvious questions are obvious. Back for a bit. All right, welcome back. Little hair flop. Hopefully you feel a little better. Don't feel like you've gotta force yourself to stick around and say hi. If you gotta sleep, if sleep's what your body needs and what it's telling you that you should do, go do it. Go do it. You're never gonna hurt my feelings. Papa Parade dropped 3 figures on Smiles though, didn't they? Papa Parade. Smile of the it's ARSNOTORIA. Ars Notoria. Obvious questions are obvious. Thanks for the hair flip. Good. I'm glad. Any little thing that I can do. Hold on. Can I make this? How do I make this not? There we go. That'll work. I'll do this. I'll do this one instead. I wonder why Michael is into this show, but he doesn't like cat girls, you know. Dropping figures on the Papa Parade. Oh, see, this is great. So 4,800 yen. This is gonna be like $30 now. Used to be that would equate to like $50. Now it's $35. That's a pretty good exchange rate. You've been looking at pop-up a lot because Fire Emblem releases? Oh, I see. What? Are these all? Gee, Baloo, there's a lot of figures here. I don't see any Fire Emblem. Oh, Journey. Hold on, let's look at these together. I'm not just gonna sit here staring at them going, ah, cool. Oh, awesome! I'll let you guys see what's cool and awesome too. Uta, so pretty, so boring. Look at little Summer Wars, man. These two. You mean this boring ass jacket here? I'm kidding. Meanwhile, here we go. I'm guessing these are Ars Notoria here. Petite Albert Cat Kingdom version. I don't even know what that is. What is this one? Picatrix Cat Kingdom version. What is this Cat Kingdom? How come I don't know what Cat Kingdom is? But here we go. We've got Journey in the white outfit. That's pretty awesome. The White Traveler. Oof. I do kind of wish I had the Traveler as well, so I could have both of them together. That's really good. Have I ever done any cosplay? Yes, I have done many cosplay. I technically count from the time that I started going to like anime conventions. Although I have a family when growing up that would get together for Halloween, and there were two major events that occurred or I guess three technically. I like how this XL looks like it's censoring the Titan dong, but we all know Titans don't have dongs. You're going to be finishing Overlord, Licorice, Uncle Call of the Night. You might drop the rest of the shows that you'd give 7 out of 10 or less, though. Probably a good idea. So we'd have food. And so everybody it started out with my grandma making the meal. And then eventually everyone would chip in and make the meals. And so we would make food, but it wouldn't just be like, I wouldn't just make hot wings, right? I would dye my hot wings black and I would call them bat wings. And then when you're sitting there in the living room or in the dining room, there would be a big cardboard sign that my grandma would write all the names on. And you would have to pick, like you'd have like 4 courses or 5 courses for the night. And each course would have 4 items. So you would pick bat wings, witch's stew, and Poseidon's trident as your first 3 items. And then that first meal would come out, or that first plate would come out, and you would get the bat wings, which were my hot wings. You would get some sort of soup that someone had made, and then you would get a fork because Poseidon's trident was the fork. And so it was sort of a game of like, what are you actually going to get? What did they call it? Anything like that. Made some really fun stuff. Made a brownie that I covered with crushed nuts and put little almond roca on top of and called it the cat box, which looks a lot like a cat box if you have a cat. So, there's a lot of fun that we would have with that. Then there was the pumpkin carving contest, and then there was the costume contest. And this was a family of 16, and then we grew to a family of about 26 people eventually before we stopped having this party. But we would do crazy costumes. So since I was a child, like my parents would be the Hershey's bars, and my dad was like the Hershey with nuts, and then my mom was just the Hershey's bar, and then I was a little Hershey's Kiss. So like I've been in costume and doing costumes that are like fun and themed forever, but I didn't start doing like anime specific costumes until I did a Speed Racer costume for one of these, where I wore the full blue polo. I put the G on it. I sewed an ascot together. I painted my helmet white. I painted my skateboard white and then put the Mach 5 logo on it. So that one's sort of a first cosplay for me. But I also did Ichigo from Bleach. I did Neo from the Matrix, and I took the Matrix jacket that I had stitched. The heck is it called? The pattern. I took the pattern and sort of modified it a little bit, and then put the white piping around the edges and jagged it all up, and I looked like Ichigo's Bankai version. So that was sort of my first cosplay that I ever did. And then from there, I've done Ninja Gaiden. I did Ryu. I did Pocky and Rocky. I was Rocky from Pocky and Rocky. I was hipster Zenyatta from the heck is the from Overwatch. I did that. Goodness, I've been to so many conventions, but I can't think of all the stuff that I've done. I crossplayed as I gender bent Diva. That was a fun one. Overwatch nerd? Hey, I was platinum in Overwatch. Call me an Overwatch nerd. I'm waiting for the second one to come out. So yes, I love costumes. I love cosplay. I love how it merges everything with like trying to like taking all these different disciplines, sewing and plastic work and modeling and that kind of stuff, and sort of slams them all together. I really think that's really cool, really fun. Gonna ask if I did a Widowmaker. I did not do a Widowmaker. My wife did an Orisa though, and I made the gun. So I got like a bunch of stuff and made a giant like arm cannon for her. So I always love doing the crafty bits of the costumes. Very, very fun. Pop-up parade. Get out of here, pop-up parade. Oh my goodness. But no, I enjoy dressing up. Nowadays, more and more, I do really comfy cosplays. Like I was the shop owner from what's the Skate the Infinity? Onyx and Plat mixed up. There's no Onyx in Overwatch, is there? At least there wasn't when I played. I don't know, that there was gold and then platinum and then diamond, and I was good enough to get into plat, but I could never find a good crew to go from plat to diamond with. Anyway, how was I saying right before that? Oh, the Skate the Infinity. Never had anywhere to dress up for in Alaska. Yep. Yeah, that can be a thing. Like, well, I could dress up, but like no one will really see. B, no one really had your body types. You don't feel like you dress up as anyone. Now, I can understand that sentiment. As someone who's trying to get as jacked as possible so that I can cosplay as Fudo from Love After World Domination, or as Joe from Skate the Infinity, I also don't exactly have a body that will easily get me to a level of cosplay that I would really be super jazzed with. But there is something to be said for just getting yourself out there and putting yourself in a costume because you like the character, right? But you've got to like the character enough to do that. And so much of my cosplay nowadays is really comfy stuff, like this. This is the shopkeeper from Skate the Infinity, because yeah, I have a pink shirt and gloves and a chain watch, a pocket watch, and basically Converse and overalls. Like, how hard is that costume? And it's super comfy, and you have so many pockets that, like, when you're at a convention, you're like, woohoo! You did think about dressing up as Ed from Cowboy Bebop, though didn't have the chance. There is always a chance. There's always another convention. There's always another time until there's not. So, I would say go for it. Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite, that's a fun cosplay. I think the Elizabeth one is such an interesting cosplay too, because the game released the first trailers, and then that one chick did the cosplay of Elizabeth, and then they brought her in and helped model more of Elizabeth from her cosplay. So it's sort of a testament to give it a shot. You never know if you could be the what they're actually going for in a costume or a design. Tonight we are drinking Sho Chikubai, the Tokubetsu special. Sho Chikubai is a how would I equate this? It is, it's like Anheuser. Is that the company that owns Budweiser? So they make the bud of sake that is just $6 for 3 liters. It's so cheap, and it's good for cooking, but no one should really imbibe that unless you hate yourself. But then they have some of these smaller, craftier, special editions and stuff that are actually really good, and still also not breaking the bank. So this is a decent one. It is sake always, definitely. How recently do you think someone would have to have watched that show to recognize the cosplay? Not super recently. I think especially if you have a little stuffed Ein with you, then you'll be pretty obvious to know who you are. Onyx is always lower on the rankings. Most rankings start at bronze. For you are lower than the bronze, silver, and copper, meaning you're not even ranked. Oh, I see. Well, then I'm currently Onyx for whatever the current season is, because I'm not ranked at all. Someone thought you were the TARDIS. Okay, but have you seen some of those fun TARDIS costumes where like they do up the dress with like the windows and stuff, and then they have like the hat that they make that looks like the little like the TARDIS top? Like some of those like blue and like they're all dressed like Victorian style. Like some of those TARDIS costumes are pretty hilarious. It's like you know, like I don't look at a show and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cosplay as that fire hydrant or as the house. Like maybe Howl's Moving Castle, you want to cosplay as the house, like the moving castle. But it's not always that I think, what if there was a lady version of this building? You know, it's sort of it's almost the meme, right? Of I identify as a gothic building or whatever. But then they make like this really cute Victorian costume, and you're like, oh, that's really awesome. So I never take anybody saying, "Oh, are you such and such?" as a negatory, because in your eyes, they're or in their eyes, they're just happy to see something that they think they recognize, and they're willing to say, "Oh, are you the thing that I recognize, or are you something different?" Like when we did Pocky and Rocky. Like, not everybody knows Pocky and Rocky. I love. Oh, they did a reshrined version of it. So Pocky and Rocky is an old Super Nintendo game featuring a tanuki and a Shinto priestess, right? So as far as cosplays go, I made a big Kigurumi so that I was the tanuki boy here. And then my wife was a Shinto priestess. And walking around the convention, she was constantly getting people coming up going, "Are you Kikyo? Wow, I really like your Kikyo costume. Oh, that's a cool Kikyo costume." And it's like, no. Oh, the blue and white costumes, you don't have a problem with it? Exactly. It's like, at the end of the day, the only time... Okay, this is both the funniest time and the saddest time that any of this will come about, is when you have that guy that's wearing the blue Batman costume from the 60s, and he's got just a gut, just a big floppy gut hanging out, and you're like, "Oh, nice fat Batman costume," and then you walk away and they have the single tear and they're like, "Actually, it's just Batman." Oh, I'm pretty sure that's from something, but it always makes me giggle. Cause there are guys that throw on that costume and they're like, "I'm fat dude Madoka." Like that's my costume. My costume is the fact that I'm fat dude Madoka. So you never know. It could be like, "Oh, nice Madoka costume." They're like, "Actually, I'm fat dude Madoka." It's a tentacle dick demon. Which one? There's so many. Go dress up as Zebra Batman. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right, now that all the fat Batmans have left the chat, I love you, fat Batman. How is that even a genre? What do you mean? Fat Batman? How is Fat Batman a genre? Or just fat dude dressing up as a thing? How is that a genre? It's anime, dude. Like, you're gonna head out now? All right. Well, I hope what made your day rough is now gone and in the past, and you can look forward to resting your head. Kampai. Oh, tentacle pern. Do you want to know the actual like history of tentacle pern, or are you just sort of is that a rhetorical question? How is that a genre? Okay. Alrighty, I am going to not show you any images, but I'm going to make reference so that I know that I'm speaking what I'm speaking here. Alrighty. Do we all know Hokusai, the guy that made the Great Wave off of Kanagawa? From that Gaps artist who did the wave? Yes. It is from the Ukiyo-e artist who did the wave, yes. Now that they're gone, let's have an 8-hour discussion about Orihime from Bleach. I don't have that kind of time today. We got to talk about tentacles first. So Hokusai, best known for his Tsunami, made The Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, depicting an octopus performing consensual cunnilingus on an abalone diver named Tamatori. So the first thing to know about Japan is that they eat everything in the ocean, all right? That includes abalone. Abalone happens to look very vaginal, if we're to be honest with ourselves. And abalone gathering, hunting, fishing, whatever you want to call it, is done by women in Japan historically. And because it's historical going down in the water for food, they do it naked. So a naked diver going in for abalone goes down and gets the abalone, and then they then encounter an octopus who one kisses them and the other one goes for kisses the other lips. Then we have so that was the Edo period, as you're referencing now, Edo Prawn. Then we have the Meiji Revolution, and in the Meiji Revolution we have a whole bunch of like let's be better Japan, all this kind of stuff. So you don't really see much at that point. Then we have so after World War II, we come in, and then we ban the mentioning of censorship, but we also it was a really weird, like when we came in after the war and set up a bunch of rules, we also wanted to make it look like we were the good guys kind of a thing. So a bunch of stuff goes on, but part of the censorship rules that come out from World War II are Japan's desire to censor phallus and both sides of that situation there, specifically during Seihas. Then we have some like Lovecraftian monsters that come out, and so suddenly tentacles are more of a like, ooh, it's kind of a horror thing. And that pops out. Then we have Evil Dead, where she gets penetrated by a tree. 1986 is the first tentacle penetration in Japanese anime. This is the mecha horror cartoon. One of the first anime I ever watched, Guyver. I didn't realize that was gonna be one of the first modern incarnations after the ancient drawings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So then Maeda begins to draw on getting famous. And we have Demon Beast Invasion that comes about in 1989, wherein uses tentacles or robot limbs so that he could show here. And here's where the legend and the truth come together, right? Used tentacles or robot limbs in his grape flavored Fanta erotica, so that he could show full penetration without running afoul of the Japanese censors. So it's one of those things where they would blur because you're not allowed to see the action of the sexies. So it would blur on its way down. What we have now where it's just always blurred, that's not how it's always been. It used to be like you could see everything and then blur, because you're not supposed to depict the actual act, right? So by using tentacles, by using robotic phallus, they're able to get around that by saying, well, it's not really a penis. You have to run. I'm in the middle of explaining this, and now you have to run because your family needs attention. I'm in here ruining my channel by talking about tentacles, and you're over there like, oh, I've got family. I'll be back. Bye. Oh, anyway, it came about because of censorship, and censorship came about because of World War II, but prior to that was a lot of censoring by the Japanese government thanks to Meiji, and before that, it was no holds barred. Edo period did whatever they wanted. Ooh, a 3-hour Chad from Bleach discussion. Can we all talk about how Chad gets the shaft in Bleach for so long with just his, oh, I got punch hard arm. This is cool. I got punch hard arm. It took him so long to get more than just punch hard arm. It drove me nuts. I was like, come on, there's got to be more to this guy's power, but it's a show about Bleach Kid who Ichigo, blah, blah, blah. Depicting sex in visuals and audio is okay for TV as long as no PPs. Yes, that is correct. As long as you don't see the PP go in the VV, then you're okay. You aren't even porn at that point, right? Like according to a Japanese censor. Punch hard arm was the coolest shit. Get out of here. Yeah, but I want the next evolution of punch hard arm. He's like, yeah, I can punch. And then it's like, oh, now my punch is actually like a superpower punch. And then he's got all that crazy jacked shit coming out. He looks like Scryed. Let's be honest. He looks like Scryed. And he's got all that jacked stuff coming off his arm. It's like, well, like, because it eventually, like, turned into, like, more, right? It eventually gets to, like, both arms. Yeah, he eventually gets both arms. And he's got, like, this double arm thing. But, like, forever and a day, it was, like, High School DxD Dragon Arm, or it was Scryed Super Punchy Arm. Like, should have stayed as Epic Punch, bro. Best Bleach person is the teddy bear. I do like that whole, like, we'll put a fake soul in your body and then it becomes like a character. I thought that was actually a really fun thing coming out of that show. Yasutora Sato, also known as Chad. Character. Oh, a 1-hour character analysis. That's a long time to talk about Chad. That's a long time. He was wiping armies in the Soul Society with just his hard punch. Yeah, I'm not, like, I love the hard punch. Again, I like it. I like it a lot. I just kind of wish it went somewhere else or did something else, because we've seen big punchy arm in plenty of shows. I wanted like give him a lefty kick or something, you know, give him a booty blast, give him some other weird piece of armor that pops up as he's like learning to use punchy arm. It just didn't happen, but that's okay. You know why it's okay? Because Mappa is an all new Mappa company. Chainsaw Man to mark a new era at Mappa, says CEO. What is a new era for a company like Mappa? What does that mean? They're going to do bad shows now? Are they going to do only action shows? Like, what is a new era really going to mean? This fall, the anime world will see the arrival of Chainsaw Man's first anime adaptation from studio Mappa. It's a plush. Recently, both the CEO of the animation studio that will bring Denji's story to life, it's Manabu Onitsuka, and the animators behind the scenes revealed new details about the, don't tell me too much about the show. I just want to know about this. That he sees Chainsaw Man is marking a new era for the studio. Considering how big the series is with its manga alone, we can believe it. Big show doesn't really strike me as like, oh, now it's, you know, this is a new big thing for us. Chainsaw Man first hit the scenes, blah, blah, blah. We don't really care about Chainsaw Man. I want to know. In recent Mappa, say the anime adaptation. Mappa has been around for 11 years now. I've worked on many, many titles over those years, but I really believe that Chainsaw Man is going to be a new chapter for Mappa. I want the team to put in their all to make this something that is going to give it a new sort of setup for the company. Okay. Is Mappa not growing? We'll have to look back. Because here's my question. Do you think Chainsaw Man will mark a new era for the studio responsible for Attack on Titan's final season and Jujutsu Kaisen? That's the end of the story. But how good is Chainsaw Man going to be that it defines Mappa when they have Jujutsu Kaisen? Here, let's look at our final season part 3 period parenthesis 2. All right, let's see if maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe Mappa really has only had a bunch of like weak ass shows, and this really is a new thing for them. TV series Kids on the Slope. This show really good. Also, Shinichiro Watanabe. We're talking freaking Cowboy Bebop level goodness on that show. Chainsaw Man is massive. Yes, I don't disagree that it's massive. I'm just confused how it's the turning point. TQ, okay, I can see you guys kind of didn't have it there. But coming in with some Hajime no Ippo, they brought back the Dempsey role. They like brought a full-on, like I have the Uniqlo collab shirts from the Hajime no Ippo that they did. Terran Resonance, okay, so we're going back down. We're back down. Punchline, see, here's the thing that I don't get. Punchline, not really the craziest show, not really the most interesting, like, oh, you know, there's plenty of anime that I would put and say, watch this before you watch Punchline. But Punchline has some amazing animation in it. Ushio and Tora, Garo, Days. Hey, they did Yuri on... Okay, never mind. They did Yuri on Ice. I take it back. I forgot that they were the studio that just replayed the same animation in 8 of their episodes. Oh, I take it all back. I guess Chainsaw Man could be. Oh my goodness. Kakegurui. Again, not action technically, but it has some really well done animation. Inuyashiki could have done without the CG, but that was a choice. Zombieland Saga. I mean, they go to the CG dancing, okay. Dororo. Like that, this seems like it's a climb. Like we have like a steady improvement here. Kakegurui. Wait, aren't you the one who likes Kakegurui? Or you like the Kakegurui live action, maybe? Or is that someone else? Is that E-Class? Does E-Class like Kakegurui? Okay. Sara Zanmai. Freaking amazing animation. Just amazing. Freaking amazing. Grand Blue Fantasy, Have You Seen My Tama? Dora Hey Doro, and again, we're going into that kind of like CG, got a high school, a lot of CG there. Listeners was decent. Gymnastic Samurai was good, but then Jujutsu Kaisen, like this is turning point for me. This is where you have a studio that's done really good animation, also getting something with a lot of hype, also getting something with some good action scenes, really put it on. This right here, Jujutsu Kaisen, is why they get Chainsaw Man. No Jujutsu Kaisen at Mappa, no Chainsaw Man at Mappa. Attack on Titan final season. Ida 10 deities. No Ida 10 deities, no Chainsaw Man. This show is amazing visually. I really like what they did with Ida 10 deities. Tacto P is pretty good overall. Dance Dance Dancer kind of silly, and then we get to Chainsaw Man, where this is their new and improved version, I guess. Anime films real quick. We got Jujutsu Kaisen. They aren't doing too much there. OVAs, days. It's just stuff we've seen there, but I don't see how it's a turning point for them when they have done so much good stuff. So 1, maybe 2 Monster Girl shows. See a problem here. But I don't think Chainsaw Man's a Monster Girl show. Has anyone else seen the Fart anime? Am I the only one who saw it and thought I had a fever dream and forgot that it exists until I saw an article 14 hours ago that was written to say, oh, remember the anime about talking farts? It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest show ever. But I remember it. I remember it like it happened in a flash. We don't talk about that in Chainsaw Man? Oh, fine. I guess not. Blah, 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 blah. It's just demons. Blah, 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 blah. Onaro Goru is a 13-episode miniseries created by Takashi Taniguchi that aired in 2016. The series follows the precarious story of a talking fart who always happens to appear precisely at the right moment to give advice about a particular situation. Whether it's helping teachers deal with delinquent students or discussing the nature of love with a young man, Onara Goru is always on hand to give his perspective. Each short episode is just as bizarre. Oh, what is this link? It's a biscuit hammer. I don't care. And while they initially seem unconnected, Taniguchi somehow manages to build up the backstory of his characters and the world around them in just under 40 minutes. While Onaru Garo may simply be a show about a fart. It's so weird. So weird. Its surreal approach manages to provide some light relief and even heartwarming moments that will likely take viewers by surprise. Oh, the most admirable of farts. While some are initially reluctant to value the opinion of this rather obsequious gaseous mass, his wisdom often leaves people awestruck with inspiration and courage to move past their problems. The reason why this fart presents itself, or how he is very sentient, however, is not explained. He's just a fart. You'll pass, but viewers are simply forced to accept the unacceptable and strap in for the ride. He's not the only fart-like being around. Instead, many humans host these shape-shifting creatures which protrude from their backsides at a moment's notice. The audience is introduced to Onarogaro's family, colleagues, and a series of other farts, all of whom have their own professions and passions. It's so weird. And it's like not really animated. It's very like PowerPointy with like how it's just sort of like a still that's like floating there. It's such a weird show. They venture outside. Oh, look, it's Onaragaro and some idols doing a dance with a fart man coming out of the guy's pants. Oh my goodness. It's so strange. So strange. Shikimori manga is pretty good, to be honest. The show completely butchered it like Boruto, but they only made bad worse. Well, I will never know. I will never know. I have been told that my opinion on Shikimori is bad and that I should feel bad about it, but we went over that on Monday, so I'm not going to rehash that out here. What will be more fun, I think, is going through harem anime, because this month on the Anime Guys channel they are running Giga agrees with us. Oh, good, we have nothing to we got nothing to fear, brother. I basically had him as a crackhead. Oh, I don't know if they're allowed crack in whatever country he's from, but he's not in my time zone, so it's okay. Anyway, it is harem month over on the Anime Guys channel, so we gotta prepare our list. He was just Indian. Oh my goodness. His name was 34 period. It wasn't Indian. So we have a new list, harem list, that we can add stuff to. Plop. Save. Bob and Virgin. You think that the only reason people like Martin is because she's so Bob and Virgin, but I have plenty of women who I go into their DM and I say to show Bob and Virgin, they show me Bob and Virgin, so Bob and Virgin is not a reason to like a girl. You must like a girl because the girl is strong enough that she can protect you when you are being a dum-dum. Oh my goodness. I don't even care. I don't even care if that pisses that person off. Harem Labyrinth. Good harem builder. Vermeil. Gotta say, we got adult protagonist. This is a classic harem builder. Classroom of the Elite, I haven't started yet. Engage Kiss, I haven't started yet. Rent a Girlfriend, harem, kind of. Except he's sort of like, it's one of those weird things where like they pick out like, I want this girl, and then there's just other girls around, and you're like, this isn't really a harem. This is just you and like 6 friends. She needs to be strong enough to jump kick a sign. She needs to be strong enough to jump kick a sign out of the air because we do not have good building codes where I am from, and sometimes the signage just falls off of the building. Rent a Girlfriend is cock stuff. Oh my goodness. A show can be about a cuck. For sure, and have it still not be cuck stuff. That doesn't equate. You're thinking maybe Mr. Ding Dong will finally nut up, and then he does. Rent a Girlfriend season 2. He nuts up, and it's like, hey, he did it. Congratulations. I'm not gonna do the movie for this one, but I will do it later. She doesn't even kick the shit out of the air. She just pulls him out of the way. Yeah, you were saying that. And here's the craziest part, right? Is if in the anime she had just like seen it coming and pulled him out of the way, that would remove like 90% of my problem with that first episode. 90%. I'm gonna skip season 2. I'll go add season 1. I'm quitting heroing. No way would you count this as a would you count this as a harem? Does the hot evil lady and bastard join Dark Schneider's harem? I believe so. I actually am only on episode 3, so I don't know for certain, but based on the intro, I think the answer is yes. I believe the answer is yes. Strike the blood. Wicka wicka woo. Mushoku Tensei. I will wait until I get to season 1 of this one to add that. Busted. Is Golden Girls a harem? No. I'm pretty sure you need a I see. I only watched a few episodes of this one, so I can't really put it on in good faith. Oh, my yawn. I mean, look at the intro. I'm sure she does. Standing at the gates of hell, still wanting more. Jindu, power, and fame. Realist here, I'll wait. Strongest sage, weakest crest. Little harem building, silly pants. Completed that one. Complete that ish. I should also just add this one since I have. Wait, no, I don't think I completed it. I think I only got a bunch of episodes in. We'll worry about that later. Zixuan, the magic chef of fire and ice. That sounds amazing. And it's a harem show? That's funny. Mushoku Tensei is not only lolly shit, but you actively want the main character to pain. What? You just randomly saw a random crunchy note comment about the jobless reincarnation show, and you just completely binged it and read most of the manga from liking it. The dub is Heralis. Oh my, Alex Moore, what is this? We've got back to back. I hate it, and it's pretty damn good. I think it's good, but like in a weird way, since the light novel that it's all based off of is like one of the first actual like classic isekai trope shows. The main character is awful. Only one is actually a lolly. That's true. One's got a really strong ass. It's not a lolly. But the light novel is like the first not light novel to have all of those big isekai tropes in it. So it sets the stage for a lot of those tropes. So it feels very reductive, but at the same time, that's because it's the first. So it's hard for me to not, or to give it demerits for that, right? It's one of the best shows you've ever watched. The MC is awful indeed. Yeah, we're not supposed to cheer for the MC. In the same way that Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc, is not a harem show. Just happens to have a guy with a harem. There's a difference there. Finest Assassin. This one was a good one. I actually rather enjoyed this show. Finest Assassin gets reincarnated as another world as an aristocrat. Really rather enjoyed that one. Also, Fruit of Evolution. This was another really fun show. I like the whole, like, the silly gorilla arc and everything. Like, just fun. MC should be shot. No. It'd be too quick. That's an OVA. I'll wait till I get to the OG. Ganbare Doki-chan. I can't believe this one's a harem show. I like this show. It's quick and easy and fun and silly, but it's not a harem. Now, maybe the doujins are harems, but the show itself was not a harem. Only watched a couple episodes of that one. Only watched a couple episodes of that one. You want to go back to him being bullied, flashback, and get bullied again? Oh my goodness. I need to go back to the first of this one. Dungeon of Black Company, not great. Also not super harem-y to me. Moonlit Fantasy. Moonlit Fantasy, one of the few like true harem shows where it's like he has two wives and they're both like actual wives. What if he flashes? He flashes back to being bullied, and then in that being bullied, he flashes back to being bullied again, and he just keeps flashing back. And So he's getting like kicked in the womb or something. You can't call Drugstore Another World a harem show. I won't let you. Sere Gensoki. Who? I did watch the show, but I don't know that I would call it. Oh, I guess I should add this. We can keep adding anime while I'm doing this too. It'll be a double. Not a harem. Yeah, exactly. You wish you could actually spoiler in YouTube chat? Yeah, like do the like Discord where you do the 2 vertical lines and it just like hides whatever you're about to say. That would be nifty. Isekai cheat magician. Detective is already dead. I don't know that you could call it a harem, but I guess you kind of could. Here we go. Realist hero. Rebuilt the kingdom. You know you could have plenty of females to attend the king. Yes. Kanojo, Mo Kanojo. The truest of the harem shows. Yeah, how is slime? GFGF is not your shit? Oh, that's fine. It's still like one of the few shows where it is like actually like an active harem as opposed to a because so many harem shows are here's a bunch of girls and we're based on a light novel, and in the light, or not even a light novel, we're based on a visual novel, right? And based on that visual novel, you can pick who the girl is you're gonna go after. And so because you can pick, we don't want to like restrict or like have the bad ending where we're like going for everybody, so we'll restrict you to one couple. And so you have a couple, you have the MC and the one girl, and then you have like a bunch of other girls that just happen to be there, right? Like Love Hina is a classic of this, where it's like he's only going for one, but that's considered one of the first harem shows because there's just a group of girls that happen to be around him. And spoiler alert for all of you who haven't learned this lesson yet, a group of girls being around you does not make it a harem. Those are not the same thing. That's not how any of this works. I believe this was the second one, so I'll wait to the first one to add that one. Remake our life. Wrong to push. Iruma-kun, no way. You're not a harem. You are completed though. Eden Zero, or the fanfic of Fairy Tale. How not to summon a demon lord. There we go. That's another one that sticks itself in there just fine. Full dive. Ooh. Does full dive count as a harem? I don't know that it does. Only 2 liked him, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Only 2 like him. Well, maybe 3. Maybe the demi doll it also kind of has feelings for him, but we never really get that fleshed out, I don't think. Higehiro. I'm not calling this one a harem show. I won't do it. Clara or a Mary? No, the other one. The purple-haired one that's like oh, which one would I pick? Ooh. Clara would be a lot more fun of a person to hang around all the time. But Ameri is so interested in his world that I feel like there's that joint passion there that could pop up. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one, I'll tell you what. Oh, combatants. Oh, amazing. I love this show. Love this show. Completed season 2 a while ago. Clara is S tier. You are truth. Would you call this harem show? Because it's not like he really has... Like, he has multiple romantic interests, but he doesn't really have very clear-cut, like, paths for any of them. I'll put it in there, but it's not great. It is, but it isn't. Yeah, exactly. You're like, kinda, I guess I could see it, perhaps, maybe. You know what is, though? Kakshi Dungeon! I like this show. It was super silly. The hidden dungeon, only I can enter. And he just goes in and gets like the superpower to be able to create other powers. And it's just a fun one. Just a fun one overall. Kid from the Boonies. Does this one actually... I guess it kind of does. I guess it kind of does. You know, I gotta say, it sort of does. This one has hentai in the name. Kuma 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 Bear. Irregular magical high school. We're still only on Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls 3. Belt Girl was best waifu. Oh, you're right. The demon belt. I forgot about her. How could I? Million Lives is the fact that this is in the like harem category, because all I've done is gone to AniList and searched female harem, and this pops up. That upsets me. That upsets me. Million Lives was trash? I don't think it was that bad. I definitely like the concept and the idea enough that I wouldn't put it in a trash category. I think it plays much better on a binge as opposed to a week by week. I will say that. So you watched it weekly. Watching it all just in a row is a lot easier than watching it in time. Monster Girl Doctor, even though it's not really a harem because he only has the lamias. Love. Concept doesn't make a good show, but a concept and it being executed good enough can make for a show that is not trash. You gotta not listen to the inverse. Me saying not trash doesn't mean good show. There's a difference. Two girls, still not a harem. I think the definition of harem has dropped to two girl. I think that, like, Demon King Academy, it's really just two girls. Villainous, all routes lead to doom. This is a funny one. You get the double harem where it's the girls and guys all fall in love with her. Love triangle, though? You're right. But the definitions have changed. I actually never watched Do You Love Her Mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks. Never watched that one. All Route Lead to Doom is an S tier show? Yeah. I feel like the second season took a little bit. But ultimately was also just really picked it up well. It's a true harem. Yep. No, don't you know definitions are fluid? Ass Pride. I don't actually know what that show is, but it's funny to me to read. All Route is a correct harem. What? Okay. What is the best harem show for everybody here? Yes, that's harem. He's so not in love with anything that isn't like a straight, like that'd be like trying to convince Michael that a cat girl is a monster girl, to convince that guy to fall in love. It's the same inability. Monster Musume, I should have seen that coming. I speak for the mods, for the mods have no mouth. That's so funny. From Mod Team 5. We never learn Bokubin. Nobunaga's teacher. Trinity 7. There's a harem. That is definitionally a harem show. But again, you're right. I've got harem marked, but you know, even Domikano here is love triangle. Quince, I said I'd wait until season 1 to add it to my harem pile. Girly Air Force. Hold on a second. Who's the dude? Is it the captain? Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm thinking of a different. Yes. Girly Air Force is. You don't actually like harem shows that much. You only watch the good ones nowadays. Well, you should only watch the good ones ever. Let's be fair. If all the women hook up, that's just a polycule. What does that even mean? I don't understand. You're all scaring me. Look, Chainsaw Bunny. We've had Chainsaw anime before. Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs. Dude, your sister, your writer. Don't look it up. Okay, I won't look it up. This one definitely goes back, reminds me of Love Hina, but with more naked ghosts. That's for sure. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord? Definitionally harem. I'm surprised. We've been scrolling for a bit, and we're still in 2018. Still in 2018. High School DxD Hero got added to the completed. I don't think I watched the OVA. Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody. Is it an isekai? Yep, it's gonna harem. Island was awful. Was Island the one where they like went to drink urine? Was it that one? Brunhilde in the Darkness. You watched the first and last episode with your cousin, and hey, you only watched the first and last, or you watched from the first to the last? Because what you say there. No, you liked that one? Okay. Then I don't know Island then. Owari Monogatari. The first and the last. Okay. Is this really a harem show? Is that what that means? We have a definition of harem that is different than what I think a definition of harem is. The only harem that occurs in My First Girlfriend is a Gal is when the guy almost gets raped by the Gyaru. Are You Lost was girls stuck on the island drinking their own piss to survive. That's right. The Bear Grylls, the anime. That was the first episode. Well, it's the only episode I saw. I was like, I'm good. Wait. This one is a harem? What? I'm not putting it on there. Get out of here. Love Tyrant. Love Tyrant, definitely. Definitely gets on there. How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Akashic Records, or Groomer Teacher, the anime. You immediately tell how it progressed up to the final episode. The last one had a let's kill off the whole harem ending. Nice. That's great. That's what everybody loves. Let's get everybody involved in everything going on here, and then just like, oh, everybody's dead. Ooh, I like this show. But I think this like literally shows the problem with the harem definition on this website. There is only one person that our sensei has any feelings for, and that could be because she's a succubus. And that just naturally happens with a succubus. So that's weird that comes up on this list. Very, very strange. One girl wasn't dead. She had amnesia until the last episode. Then she got it again after being the only survivor. What is the best harem anime you just got back? The only one with the harem king, of course. Posted the screen grab you got back from when you watched Are You Lost in the Discord? What are you putting in here? What are we about to see here? Oh yeah. Go to the Discord. Wait, did I put the Discord in the You need a 7-meter long Mia body pillow? Here, go to the Discord if you want to see the image from Are You Lost? Pretty funny. I thought that was quite hilarious. That's an OVA. Those are specials. Gintama. Rewrite Big Order. I hear Big Order is awful. Bless up. I don't know what was what. What are you talking about? Talking about 100? 100 was good. 100 was very fun. If you didn't have fun watching the 100, then I don't know what to say. That's really, again, technically there's other females around him, but it's not really like Konosuba. It's not actively a harem, I would say. Gate 2. I like Gate. Gate was a really fun one. Girls Beyond the Wasteland. Unleashed Bahamut Chronicles is trash. I will take your word for it, because anything I've ever watched that has Bahamut in the title has always been a bad show. It just happens. Konosuba just has girls around him. Exactly. It's this weird definition of harem anime that is, are there multiple opposite sex people around you? Okay. It did have nips though? Okay, well, now we've just gone up from trash to trashy. It's a different level of trash. It's the E-trash. Well, it's with all these OVAs. That's a single OVA. Oh, I guess I could. Hold on. Where are we at? Fall 2015. All right. I can do... How do I filter? Format. We will do just TV shows and movies. ONA. Whoops. TV show, movie, ONA. That'll help. That'll bring us down as far as like total things. To Love Ru would be a harem? 100%. 100%. That's a good single sentence clip. Nice. So we're going to see Death Note on this list. Yeah, because there was Misa and then Misa's Shinigami. There's 2 females right there. I don't know if you can make love to a Shinigami, but that protagonist would try. Light would give it a shot. Give it a shot. Two Love Ru is like definitionally harem. That's like as harem as Girls Bravo. Okay. Too far. All right, this is probably gonna be good enough. Yeah, because there's Gate 2. All right. Anti-Magic Academy Test Platoon. I quite enjoyed that one. Ninja Girl, gonna be the best girl in that harem team. Asterisk War. One of those where it's like there's just a distinct couple and then other people that happen to be around. Always trying to strain. Showman sample? I don't want to show you anything sampled. Sky Wizards Academy. This says ONA. Is this like a shorts version or something? Oh yeah, because here's the actual one. Harem and harpies. Jitsua. Yeah, he actually has like they both love him. They both love him. I count that. Here we have Two Love Ru popping up. Eden of Grazara. Nisekoi, the originator of the Waifu Wars. Were there Waifu Wars prior to Nisekoi? I don't remember them. If they did exist. Here we go with the original on the Girls in a Dungeon. We can definitely harem click that one. DxD Born. Some of these I'm just adding to my I have seen. Ooh, definitely Ava. But even there, you got 3 girls now instead of just 2. World Break. Saikano. I keep trying to watch it, but it is kind of boring. Trinity 7. Definitely a harem. That's why I clicked it here. DxD was before Nisekoi, right? But I feel like DxD doesn't have Waifu Wars, right? It has... This one's my favorite. It's like a bunch of people that are like, this one is my favorite sake. And then someone else is like, this is my favorite sake. And they both go, wow, that's a really nice sake you have there. I still think mine's better, but pretty good sake. You know, and that's your that's your high school DxD. Whereas Nisekoi was like, this sake is the only sake that I will ever drink for the rest of my life, and your sake tastes like urine that someone peed over a poo-poo. Like that, there's a difference there. There's a difference. Anti-fans are more respectable than normies. Yeah, because we all know they taste like alcohol. If you're not putting down your waifu, then I'm not watching DxD. What are you talking about? How could you possibly have a best girl in DxD that then allows you to put down someone else's? I mean, I don't know what that's like because I'm obviously a Zenobia supremacist, so I know what's truly great in this world. Zenobia was best girl. I don't know how the YouTube delay, how well it merged with those two things, but I called Zenobia my best girl prior to you doing that, and you can even go back, I want to say yesterday or the day before, I had also called out Zenobia's best girl. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes we're reminded why we stick together. Oh my goodness, that made me laugh. You typed your name before I said it? Okay. Then we both said it before we knew what the other one's answer was. So, congratulations. It's the best take you've had since I've known you. Oh goodness. I don't even care. You could say that like Evangelion is a pinnacle of cultural modernity, and this would still be a better take. Oh man. Kame got killed is not a harem. In what world? In what world? Oh, I'll add this to the completed because yes, I've seen it. See how happy I am. See how happy I am. Ah, oh, Rail Wars. Woo! Yeah. You're not gonna hate on Ava. You're just gonna let you know that Nick Fuentes likes it. We don't know that. We don't know that. We know that Nick Fuentes said that there was a scene in End of Evangelion where it's talking about how without an AT field, it's hard to know who's who, like where do I end and you begin, and that with the AT field, it's that coming into conflict with each other that things come about, you know, as, you know, I know who I am and you know who you are. He said he likes it. Does he though? Does he? I guess good shows do transcend beyond ideology, so it's a hard thing to hate. Definitely a fucking nerd. Yeah, he reads. Of course he's a nerd. Oh my goodness. I don't remember Knights of Sidonia being a harem at all. He has a deeper opinion of it than you do? I've only ever heard him say a couple things about End of Evangelion when he was on the Modern Day Debates channel, so I don't know how deep his oof, that's a hard harem to click. I don't know how deep his opinions go. Brynhilder in the darkness. There we go. Irregular. I don't think irregular. I can't click that one. Mach and Key battling vixens or Venus. Sorry. Anything about AOE is more than I am. Anything about... Can I get a translation on that one? I can try to parse it out. But I also oh, I guess I forgot that Nisekoi colon is not the original. Ah, defrag, so much fun. So much fun. Anything about End of it. He mentioned therefore he is deeper than I. Michael don't know Bo. Pokemon is the best harem, but Ash is so clueless he doesn't even realize it. Don't even JK that. It's true. Every season he's got a new girl, and then eventually they'll all meet up and find out that who they are. Look, Pokemon the series XY. I'm on a list of harem only things, and it's already on here. Of course I know Bo. Oh my goodness. I prefer the Office linebacker though. I have more quotes from that, but you're talking Bo. They don't believe it be like it is, but it do. He actually gets with her in XY though. Okay. Okay. Attaboy Ash, I guess. Couldn't become a hero, so I got a job and a harem. Yeah, he has a new girl. Like, think about this, right? We all grew up with, like, Ash and Misty. But, like, nowadays, it's Ash and whoever the hell. It just... Yo, bitch, you want to roll with me? And she does. She does. He's got that... I don't know. What is it about him? Freezing vibration. I don't think I watched the second season of that. I watched the first one, though. It's pretty good. DXD new. You know it to be true. I don't remember this one being harem-y, so I'm not clicking that one. Or emo. Devil is a part-timer. Yeah, I guess. More love triangle, but again, it's part of the rules, I guess. Part of the rules, I suppose. XY game, male MC, fireworks show. If you know, you know. You could make an Ash X girl with all the ones he'd been with. It'd be longer than the Browns QB jersey. Wait, like their new QB jersey? Browns quarterback jersey. Oh, this is kind of funny. What is oh, it's just a bunch of, they're all crossed out. Okay, I get it. It's just shink 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 shink. Okay, that's funny. Funny. Thank you for bringing that little bit of non-anime humor to us. Back to the list. We're in the caves. We're going through the harems. We're gonna scroll till it don't scroll no mo. I mean, he kind of technically, aesthetica of a rogue hero. Is this another one where he has a couple and there's just a bunch of girls around him? I bet it is. I don't remember that specifically. Kore wa zombie desu. How is this one not marked as completed? Oh, because Kore wa zombie. Wait, no, this is the. Does this say a prequel? Prequel is the OVA. Okay, is this a zombie? So I'll wait until I get to it. Is this a zombie? Daughter. Oh no, I didn't even see that on the screen. No, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Oof. I'm gonna preemptively give this a score of 10 just in case so I can find it easier on this giant list of harem shows later on. Makenki, it's Makenki. Don't you know it's Makenki? A guy goes to a school, you see, and it was only girls. Astaroth's toy pop up yet? You hate it with every fiber? Not that I recall. I have seen this one, so I'm gonna mark this one as completed, but I'll wait until I get to number 1. Oh look, all you had to do is call it out. 2011, Astaroth's toy, Diomedia. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there we go. Is this a zombie? Is a harem? Technically, you know it. Oh, you know it. Yeah, I don't like my big brother at all. The harem show. Freezing. That's why their clothes explode, because it's so cold. Infinite Stratos. Now there's a writer room that needs to be put on the wall. Yeah. Yeah. I think we've scrolled past a couple of them that probably deserve the wall. Oh my goodness. Browns, are we talking about Deshaun happy ending Watson? Not specifically, no. We were talking about just how they have a ton of QBs apparently. I had no idea. Oh, we should do a fantasy football. Do we have enough people that are into that we could actually put something together? Oshido. Deshaun. What are you correcting a fellow mod on how to say something? Goodness, what's wrong with you people? Pure engagement. Is this the I'm trying to remember. Is Pure Engagement the original, or okay? No, there is Sekirei, a flat. Astros Toy is literally about a 13-year-old succubus that needs to start doing it. It makes me hurt. Oh. Ugh. 13 in demon years? Is that different? Is succubus years different than human years? I hope it is. Otherwise, the wall. Sean with a U. He's definitely guilty. Oh, we have got a guilty Kiss X6. Demon King dime out. We have got a guilty conversation going on here in chat. That's for sure. Ikitosen, Extreme Executioner, dance in the vampire bund. Bund hole. I'm gonna mark this one. Summon the beast as harem. No, 13 human years. Also, Ladies versus Butlers is a fun show. You don't care if he's guilty or not. I don't think he's going to be particularly notable after not having played in so long. Interesting. Does it matter if he is? If when he comes back, he sucks? It's an interesting question. Especially if the happy ending is, you know, as consensual as that can be, even though it is illegal. It's an interesting question. If someone does something that's technically illegal, then they can't do what they do for a period of time, that when they get back to it, now they can't do it anymore. Sucks. Definitely sucks. This one's literally called Samurai Harem. How have I not seen this show? Says once and only once. I'm always right unless I am wrong, which makes me right. You don't particularly watch the Europeans call hand egg? What is hand egg? What what are you guys talking about? Plan to watch. Funny as hell, top tier. Okay. Based on your Zenobia love, I can get into that. Akikon. Akikon, such a weird freaking show. Chaos Head. Chaos Head's another one that, like, tell me what happened. Like, someone explained to me Chaos Head. I'd be like, oh, I don't think I've seen that show before. And then I watch it and I'm like, oh, I've seen this show before. And then, like, I forget about it immediately afterwards. It's so frustrating. I don't see how this one pops up in Harem. I do not see the even romantic possibilities in that one, for sure. For sure, I'm not seeing it. Here we go. Booba Pokemon. Oh, Pie Pokemon. That was a good one. Missed the last comment. You missed the last comment, or I missed the last comment? Oh, there's more. The dude was R-worded by the gross mother when he was 13, which is why he has a 10-year-old. Oh, no. Why did you make me go back and read that? Why would you do this? I don't want to watch that. I, believe it or not, have only seen the first season. Kimi ga aruji de shitsuji. Saw shitsuji, and I thought, the world must know how F that show is without watching it. Well, we know. We know now. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us all up to date on the state of that show. Clan ad, really? I don't want to put that in a harem. I'm not going to do it. Familiar of Zero. Scooties! Remember we were like, oh yeah, we made a new harem show, but you'll never believe how it ends. And then you're like, oh, is it going to end the opposite of how they all end? Oh, how did you guess it? Well, because you made it such a big deal that it was ending in a different way. Bride is a Mermaid. This show is peak in the dub. I freaking love My Bride is a Mermaid. Such a good show. I love that they do the Osaka Seto Inland Sea accent with that just like country hip bumpkin kind of accent. It's so fun. It's just a fun show. I don't remember memories, but I remember Shuffle, so maybe Shuffle will be farther down and I can just click that one. Canon! Or Canon! Serranos, then you know true peak anime then. The last episode, actually painful for multiple reasons. MC and Succubus can't hear each other, so the whole episode is them talking about their feelings to each other, but they can't hear each other. Nope. Hamai Buddha. I have still yet to watch it. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I should watch that because I liked Goddess. And this seems to be some sort of parody of Goddess. I should check that out. I should see what Buddha is about. Strawberry in a summer afternoon. Bum, 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 girls, bravo. Boom. Air. Goddess. Oh my goddess. It's a goddess. Also, there's a 10,000-year-old lolly, but she's like 1 year old and in a diaper, and she hits on the MC. I like anime. Stop making anime not fun for me. Hi, kitty bear. Kampai. Elfin Lead. Oh yeah, I guess. Anytime I think of Elfin Lead, I always think of all like the crazy blood and stuff. I never think about like the romance of the show. Just doesn't even like cross my brain when I think about it. That was the last one? Okay, thank you. Goodness. Is there like a character limit or something? Could we not have gotten all of that out of the way in like one chat instead of like 6 little depressing heartbreaks? Hey, Peter Venkman, how are you doing? For those of you just joining us now, we are going through all of the anime listed as female harem on AniList and scrolling backwards from today's date. We're now at 2003, and we are picking ones that I have watched and putting them into my harem folder so that I can send the anime guy, Brandon, a giant list of anime that have harems in it. Blaine's nowhere to be found anime ass. What? You know what? We're back far enough on this list that I have to agree with you. There was a time period where anime was like big old jumbly melons, but they'd never seen a butt, and they were like, I don't know what a butt looks like. Let's not draw it. Let's just make it like a little like 2 lines, just like there's the back just kind of straight down into the thighs. Don't rewind the past 10 minutes. It is sad. Yeah, don't listen to the past 10. Doing better tonight. Good. Gonna check out that mermaid show. Bride is a Mermaid. If I could get like one show that's not really commonly known that everybody could then watch, it would be Bride is a Mermaid. Oh my goodness. Canon. Sister Princess. Oh, some of these titles. Some of these titles. Vandred. Such a fantastic show. Such a good style harem. The whole like men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and then what happens when we smash them together and see what happens when they're stuck in this ship. We talked about Love Hina already, but Love Hina goes to that idea that I sort of hate about harems, but it was so popular that it became like the norm, where it's like these two people are in love and clearly courting, and then there just happens to be like 6 other chicks around. And she's like, that's not really a harem specifically. But now we're blasting through the years. Now we're, there's only 2 for 98. Like, it took us forever to get to 2015, it feels like. And as soon as we cross the 2000s, suddenly it's like, oh, there's nothing here except one of the greatest harem shows of all time. Boo-doo, boo-boo-doo, boo. Technically. Neon Genesis, because he's got blue, red, and mommy. Those are the three choices. Deers was fun. You dropped it, but you liked it. Yeah, it's a very fun little silly show. Tenchi Muyo. Although I gotta say, I think the better Tenchi is Tenchi Universe. I know some people will disagree with me on that, but I think Tenchi Universe is the better of the Tenchi, what would you call it? The Tenchi harems. Whew, we did it. Now, that gives us time so that tomorrow we can go through and we can look at all of the male harem shows. Male. Oh no. Oh no, did it crash? Stop sharing. Okay, there we go. There we go. All 32. All right, fine. Let's pull up male harem shows. All 32 of them. You're right, though. This is going to be, I'm pretty sure, a fairly short list. Aharen is a male harem show. Villainous, we talked about. Urusei Yatsura. See, correctly not on the harem list because Urusei is a love triangle. Watch there be just hundreds of like Kami-sama Kiss ripoffs. Phantom in the Twilight, Angels of Death, Kiss Kiss, my boyfriends are mint candies! It's a promotional animation for mint candy. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I'm gonna look into that later. I'll see if we can watch the stream or something. I'm so close to losing my strike. I don't really want to watch anything on stream. 13 brothers later. But yeah, I'm so close. So close. F tier. The mint anime is F tier? How do you know? There's only 4 of them. First Love, Meiji, Snow White, Norn. How kind of Norn 9? What name is that? Oh, why are they so much worse? Kami-sama Kiss. Oh my goodness. The only good one on the list that I'm aware of. On name alone. Yona of the Dawn? A reverse harem? Watch them on somebody else's stream? There we go. All right, you guys. Go get me invited to like Flashcast or something, and then we'll watch Minty Boys on Flashcast. You think it either one of the movies or episode he sees he has 10 ribbons coming from his fingers? one of the movies or episode he sees. He has 10. Interesting. The Wallflowers. Brothers conflict. Can't get banned on YouTube if you get banned on Twitch. I guess we could just go on Twitch and watch YouTube videos. That would be weird. You know, the Dawn, she did have a lot of men helping. That is true. And I'm sure if she said, give me an heir, they would have stepped up to the plate. There's a lot of Uta no Prince, I feel like. A lot of music-y ones. Vampire Knight, guilty. We're already back into 2008. I've hardly been scrolling. Shugo Chara, Romeo x Juliet. There's a Wallflower, yeah. Good call out. Good call out. Watching YouTube videos is the Twitch meta. Oh, well, maybe we'll start doing Twitch then. Because then I won't get in trouble when I do it. Oran Host Club. Very fun. I like that harem because she also doesn't really like anybody necessarily at the beginning. Like, no. But then it sort of grows on everybody. Meanwhile, Fruits Basket, she's so nice and so friendly that you're like, yeah, she's gonna end up with somebody. But in Oran, you're like, nah, there's no way. She's not gonna end up with anybody in this group. This is just a bunch of fun. Bunch of fun in high school or whatever. Is that really a harem though? Which one? Oran or Fruits Basket? We've determined that the definition of harem in anime changed in about 2004 to a love triangle. Clanad? Yes, technically I believe Clanad is a harem. Miss Machiko? That's not a harem. She's just a whore. Oh no, my student stole my towel. What will I do? And that's the end. 1978. So actually the first male harem occurred before the first female harem. How intriguing. We didn't determine that. You did? Yeah, I determined that. I literally said that I determined that. I figured it out. Because if you look, suddenly, like 2000, 2004, it stopped having anime that just had love triangles and started having ones that were actual harems. But after that point, they had tags for harem and they had when they were just a love triangle. What else are we supposed to deduce if not that there was a change in definition for harem to mean multiple and not just 3 or more? You said we. You don't have the mods who I speak for his blessing. Oh, great mod. Oh, great mod. What will you help me with? You're just the anti-hentai bot brigade. Never forget that. You have one job. And yet, you have one job. And that's to delete and remove bots that want to come in here and chat away and try to get my channel, sending you guys to sites that'll steal all of your information and try to give you bitcoins. That's your only job. And here I am with mods that are, oh, I put my phone in my pocket and I timed out somebody, or oh, I put my phone in my pocket and now, oh, I accidentally timed him out. Like, I may have to rein in this mod team here. I'm proud. I'm proud to have 11 mods out there, but if I've got to start removing mod shit because of some slippy fingers, it was actually when you pulled it out. You don't pull out. That's the problem. If I got to unmod due to some slippy fingers here, then that's on you guys. My goodness. It is Chinese. Hold on. Kiss, kiss. My boyfriends are mint candies. You'll remember that for next time. You haven't read all of the Wallflower yet, though? Okay. I don't know how it happened. Oh, it happened. You know. Funny part is you can reverse bans, but you can't reverse timeouts. That is strange. I do think that is extremely strange. An ad for a candy company. It's on YouTube by a channel named Amen Senpai, and it's spelled Aymen. Well, they've got a lot of uploads, actually. A lot of old 19-second, 14-second, 15-second. Lot going on here. It's okay, they were spamming. I'll look into this. I'll see if this is funny enough that like we should watch it. Before I go ahead and pull the trigger on trying to watch a weird show from way back in the day about how dudes are mints on stream. But I will save this. I will hold on to this page just in case that becomes something that we do indeed want to look into. All right, let's send this list out. Where's my RM? Doop. We'll just send it on Twitter. We'll just tweet it out. We'll say at the anime guy. Brendan, the anime guy. Here is a list of 85 I'm gonna put harem in quotes. Harem anime that I have seen. Have fun with Harem Month and long live the Opie. Spam is shit, don't eat it. I love spam if it's been treated properly. You slice it up and you pan fry it and treat it as though it were like a bacon or a ham for breakfast. Suddenly it's amazing. Or you do like a little spam musubi or something where you're wrapping it up with a rice ball. You're doing anything besides just eating it as like plain boring spam. You're okay. Can never spam. So much spamming. No, I like when you fry up spam. Always a ton of fun. Completed Yamato Nadeshiko. The wallflower. The one I get a like on by Salty is when I'm talking about the wallflower. What an interesting choice. What an interesting choice of things to like of mine. But okie dokie. Alrighty. We tweeted it out. We were looking at harem shows. We went through all of that. We talked about how Mappa is a new Mappa. So woohoo Mappa. We talked about weird fart anime. The Wallflowers is bad. I never said it was good. It's just that I've seen it and it is harem-y. Hit that like button or Blaine will hit me. Please. Please. You enjoyed it? I don't think I was the intended audience, we'll say. It was very, very just like, okay. We're watching this now. Hit him again. Hit him a third time. The horror chick is cool. That is true. You've got me there. Dragon bruised. Oh my goodness. How frickin' silly. Oh, I hate seeing skateboard injuries. I shouldn't leave Twitter on when I'm streaming. That hurts me. Horror is fun, but then just watch from me to you. Hit the like or dislike button. Both are considered engagement. But please hit that bell. Can't touch you, you can fly. I guess, but you can't fly forever. I won't go fly forever. That is true. That's why I'm okay with rage comments, because a comment's a comment at the end of the day. So who cares if they're raging? Maybe I get to be their outlet, you know? They're having a rough day and they just need to like scream at somebody and I'm the guy they have to scream at. Guess what? I just made somebody's day a little bit nicer. Can you outfly a bullet? Is it a big enough bullet to bring down a dragon? Is it? Sort by title. I want to make sure I don't have double, because I think I accidentally put Mocking Key on twice, but I didn't. Okay, we're good there. Whew, we're good there. All right, everybody. I like how they just make Ringu and Grudge jokes so easily. Dragon scales are tougher than steel. Hold on. Dragon scale versus steel. Can you tell me the riddle of steel? My question is, by what biological means can a dragon grow scales as strong as, if not stronger than, iron or steel? Oh my goodness, there's a world-building stack exchange on this. Oh, goodness. Luffy could beat a dragon, are you sure? Well, then we will use depleted uranium rounds. Or just a tungsten core. You can just use that. Look at this. What makes dragons' scales so tough? Many fantasy stories involve some variation of a dragon, and while there's a lot of variation in whether or not they fly, if they can breathe fire, how magical are they? They strengthen the dragon scales almost universal. Often it is the hardest material in the setting. My question is, by what biological means can a dragon grow scales as strong as, if not stronger than, iron or steel? Some assumptions. Magic is not used to strengthen the scales. Their toughness is au naturel. How the toughness evolved isn't at all important so long as it's possible to have happened naturally. The scales should be able to resist pretty strong forces. For now, let's say the scales could resist basically anything a person could do with a handheld weapon. We're 10 tongues going... What are 10 tongues gonna do to a dragon? Oh, man. You never expected she could beat up a guy either? Yeah, I don't expect that most of the time. And then it just throws it at you sometimes. Sometimes it happens, but now you expect it all the time. Now you always expect her to be able to beat up a guy. The Gate anime RPG to take a dragon's arm. It is true. They did use explosives. The scales are made of the same material as limpet's teeth. I'm gonna take a look at this before I... The strongest known natural material. So a limpet is sort of a shellfish kind of a thing. How interesting. The tensile strength of the teeth ranged from 3 to 6.5 gigapascals. Gee baloo. That's the equivalent to a single string of spaghetti holding up 3,000 half-kilogram bags of sugar. Why not just say kilograms? Why do you have to say bags of sugar? What a weird thing. Damn dragon by shoving a rod up their butt. Hey, I've seen that anime. Oh, they're made from Lipton tea. A team led by blah blah blah. Yeah, this is such a weird sentence. They give us the gigapascals, and then they're saying it's comparable to a single string of spaghetti holding up 3,000 half-kilogram bags of sugar. The BB's. Why not just say 1,500 kilograms? The tensile strength isn't related to size, so it could be scaled up with no problem. The biggest thing would be the shape. The whole tooth is slightly less than a millimeter, but it's curved in its strength and resistance to failure, blah, blah, blah. Since teeth aren't the same, they'll be a different shape, which could make them weaker or prone to more breaking under pressure and stuff. The most common pet turtle in the USA is the red-eared slider. These buggers are 20 centimeters long. That isn't even 10 inches. Why are we so metric right now? This is stack. Oh, it's Stack Exchange. That's why. Bunch of nerds! The microstructure and mechanical property of turtle shell. They measured the property as 20 gigapascal hardness, or in a hardness of 1 gigapascal. Okay. Okay, so if it was thicker, then it would be dragony, it would be like hard and to cut with something that isn't just normal steel. Oh, they're picking on me. Sounds like the math used in Death Battle. Yeah. Yeah, where they just have some random example and it's like, you just use the numbers. You don't have to tell me they were 10 20-pound boxes of feathers. Like, just say 200 pounds. Why? This doesn't make any sense to me. Question, is the spaghetti cooked or raw? It's gotta be raw. It's gotta be raw. Gotta be crunchy. Al dente. The most al dente you've ever seen in your life. But that's enough about fake dragon scales and how they could be real, etc., etc. We learned that limpets have very strong teeth, as well as a lot of harem-y anime. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Always a blast to chat. I'm going to look into that Minty Boy anime and see if we want to preview some of it, if I can find it. And we'll go from there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Just remember, we are dropping Extreme Hearts, the extreme sports anime, and we are dropping oh, what the hell was the other one? What was the other one we dropped? Hold on. I can't leave until I tell you what to drop. Later, nerds. It's time to ride. That was your tiny little bike squealing to try to get away from everything. Singing Witches. Yes, Luminous Witch Force. That's the other one that we're dropping. That's the other one dropping. Egon now says it in a language. Now say it in a language we can all understand. Alrighty. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Kampai.